How's everyone doing? Congressman Babin here, District 36 of Texas. Just wanted to let you know I'm back here in Washington. We're voting. We're voting on a couple of bills today, and just want to kind of report to you some of the things that are happening up here in Washington, D.C. Number one, the bill that we're working on and voting on today is H.R. 6800. Or better known as the HEROES Act, which is so claimed by Speaker Nancy Pelosi. But this is a Pelosi Democrat bill all the way, which I am absolutely going to vote against because it's got so many provisions in there that would harm the American people, harm the economy, and do things that would keep us from being safe and solvent. Number one, the Democrats never cease to exploit a crisis, and this is a very good example of it, the exploitation of our COVID crisis pandemic that's going on right now. Number one, it's going to disincentivize work. It has anti-work provisions in it. This is going to make the recovery more difficult by making it more profitable for people to continue staying at home rather than going back to work. And if anything that I'm hearing from my constituents in my district, it's that they want to go back to work. You folks out there want to work. It's time to go back. Now we have to do it in a smart manner, and we will. We will continue to socially distance. We will continue to wear masks and gloves and cleanse our hands and wash our hands frequently, etc. And as testing goes on, we will get more and more aware of who's got and who's had COVID before. Number two on this thing, there's a jailbreak provision. The Democrats want to release more prisoners from jail. We've already seen a number of tragic cases where people have been let out of jail, prisoners have been released from jail, and they've gone back and committed crimes, some of them heinous crimes against innocent people. So we don't want to do that. The Democrats need to be like everyone else. We want to have people safe. That's our number one priority as elected officials. The American people need to be safe. We've got incentives for illegal aliens. They want also in this bill, the Democrats want stimulus checks to go to people who are here illegally. Incredible to even think, but this is exactly what they're trying to do. It will also make it very difficult, if not impossible, to deport criminal aliens, and so it's a non-starter for me. It also it's taking jobs away from American citizens to give to illegal aliens that are here. We can't have that. And there's also more wasteful spending. This bill is going to spend $3 trillion more American taxpayers' dollars. $50 million to the legal services corporations, which goes to trial lawyers. $50 million to the EPA and what they call environmental justice grants. Crazy. $10 million to another $10 million on top of the $25 million we already gave to the National Endowment for the Arts, and another $10 million for the National Endowment for the Humanities. I don't know what that has to do with the pandemic, with COVID-19, but there again, the Democrats want to spend more money that has nothing to do with this thing. This is one of the most egregious parts of this bill is they want to have a federal takeover of our election process in this country. The elections have been the responsibility of the states. Well, they want to federalize the entire election process, which takes the power away from the states. They want mail absentee ballots sent to every voter on a permanent basis. We know already that mail-in ballots are the weakest link in an honest election system. The easiest link, the easiest aspect of our election system to commit fraud is in a mail-in ballot system. This will also permit same-day voter registration. It will codify, in other words, put into law, ballot harvesting, which is how we lost 6 Republican seats in the state of California last election. The election continues and continues and continues as Democrats continue to bring in, even after the close of the polls for the next days and even up to a week or two, they keep bringing in ballots that supposedly weren't turned in. And this will codify that and put it into law. We can't have that. It also will prevent us from asking for a meaningful voter identification, where you can just come in and take the word of somebody. It's incredible that you would not be expected to show a valid voter ID with your photograph on it in order to be able to vote. It also mentions cannabis, which is another term for marijuana. In this bill, which is 1,800 pages long, there are more mentions of cannabis, which is marijuana, than there are of jobs and the economy. So I'm going to be voting against this bill, proudly vote against it. And I think that most folks, most Americans out there realize that this is a prescription for disaster, and we hope that this will not ever become law. I don't see the president ever signing it. I don't see the Senate even taking it up. So with that, I would just say good luck. Thank you for giving me the honor and the privilege of representing you in the 36th District up here in Washington, D.C. Stay safe, stay well, and God bless you, and God bless America.